All right, welcome back, everybody. So good to see everybody on our Zoom link today for the, I'm not sure which meeting this is, Leslie, for the annual Glen Felizdale Lake Community Committee meeting. What, I don't know, what number are we on? I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Should we include the town halls?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Should we include the picnic that we had?
Yeah, anytime we get together, we should just count that. Why not?
Oh, what about when you and Carlos went to the gentleman's club? And then
that was
later.
Not everyone was able to attend that, so let's not count that because that it was just both of us. So nah, it's okay. You could yeah, no.
Well, roughly it's like you could say it's our 7th meeting, or depending on gatherings, it would be our 23rd.
Okay, yeah.
Either 7th or 23rd.
Not that it really matters, but all right.
It really doesn't matter. I'm just glad to be back, and I'm happy to see that we have 2 new faces on our committee. And Gabe.
Yes, actually, before we even do that, I would just like to let everybody know why Grace isn't here tonight. Grace is actually the acting president of our community council committee, and unfortunately, I think she's contracted HPV. I don't know if you wanted me to tell everybody.
Gabe,
probably not.
Gabe, this is not appropriate. This is a private thing between you and Grace, and I think that should be kept private. And the fact that I am seeing you both in my practice, I would recommend you not expose any of these private details of
my apologies.
Grace.
So Grace is just busy. She got called in.
It's too late. You already said it. It's out there. And I'm just, we were talking about boundaries and how you have to be a little more sensitive to boundaries, and you once again crossed a boundary.
You're right. I'm sorry, doctor. Grace is just not going to be here. Put it that way.
That should be sufficient. That's all we need to know.
Is she coming back for the next meeting?
That's if she tests negative for HPV next time.
There you go.
Damn it. I'm so sorry.
Doctor, are you a general physician? Do you treat your community as well?
I have a practice, and I open my doors to whoever.
I'm sorry, doctor. We haven't introduced you to Daisy.
Yeah, we haven't.
Daisy, why don't you tell the doctor who
you are?
Hello. I'm also looking for a new doctor. That's what I was asking. I'm Daisy. Go Bears. Class of 2011. Majored in psych. I don't know if you can see this. It's right there. And I'm so happy to be here. I've heard so many interesting stories about this group. And I'm really glad to see Cindy here. We met at the farmer's market.
Yes, we did. And actually it was the White Wednesday farmer's market. And I emailed Grace about the parking situation on my street over on St. George. And I had several complaints. I mean, all of our neighbors, there was no parking available. So Grace asked that I come in because I had so many ideas on that. And it was a success. There was a lot of people there, but they're parking in the neighborhoods. And I'll stop going on my rant.
Yeah, we'll take care of that later. But ladies, why are you here?
I'm just so glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I just wasn't given the memo as to why you're joining our community council meeting today.
Well, because we have vacancies. That's why, Gabe, right?
Yeah, we keep getting vacant.
Yeah, but I just want to know.
I was told by Grace that my input was something that would be helpful and a great addition to this. I wasn't told that I was here to fill a void, just that I had great ideas and that I could share with this council.
We'll see if that's true or not later. Daisy, why are you here?
Someone told me that maybe it'd be a good idea if I stepped in for a few meetings to maybe evaluate to see how the dynamics of the group is working. But I'm I love this community, and I just wanted to know what was going on in the heart of Glen Felisedale.
Who is that someone that asked you to come in?
I mean,
Glen Angeles Felisedale.
Oh.
I don't think she needs to divulge that, Gabe. Cynthia, I'm sorry, I'm getting my names confused. Daisy, Cindy, Daisy. We're just glad that you're here. And just to let you know, I'm a doctor of psychiatry.
Oh my gosh. I have much respect for you. Isn't it so rewarding?
When we can be of benefit to our patients, yes, of course.
Oh, yes, that's the assumption. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Well, welcome, Daisy and Cindy, to the Glen Angeles Felisedale Community Council meeting. All right, Leslie, what's on the agenda for the evening? For the meeting. Sorry, I'm way ahead of. Yeah.
Well, as you know, there were a lot of pet carcasses in the neighborhood
Right.
because of the shootings. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So we had a cleanup committee go out and scoop up it was called Scoop Up the Pups kind of thing.
I saw that. Yeah,
Campaign, that's what it is, campaign.
Scoop up.
It was very successful.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
And we scooped up
How many?
17 pups.
17?
You,
Good number.
Might you back up? I think some of our new members are a little puzzled as to the shootings. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, unfortunately, what happened is, during COVID, a lot of people adopted animals, specifically dogs. And then once the county started opening up, they're like, well, I don't need a dog anymore. So they would just abandon them. And then the shelters got overburdened, but they couldn't keep up with euthanizing. So some residents just shot the animals.
With our permission, of course. We actually sent a neighborhood memo saying, hey, it's okay, we're going to do.
No. I objected to that.
You did, but
it is on record, and I'd like to do not lump me in with what you push forward, Gabe.
Right, you were overruled, but that's okay.
I was overruled, and I am just shocked, and I'm sure our new members are also shocked to know that this was something that you pushed through against the objections of myself.
It wasn't just me. So, yeah.
And can I add that the streets had a terrible smell, a terrible, horrendous smell, and we couldn't even have our windows open. And I'm glad that the cleanup committee was able to correct some of the rest of this committee's decision to help the actual community. I would not have suggested that, but I'm glad that the cleanup committee came in and figuratively and literally cleaned up this committee's mess.
The point of order is the fact that this wouldn't have had to have gotten to this point if we had found more humane measures in taking care of this surplus pet population.
There wasn't any time, doctor. It was just
no resources, Ruben.
Yeah. Resources, we have a whole community at our disposal.
And that's why we use them to exterminate the overpopulation. Yeah, so.
Yes, I'm sure I'm just still taken aback by this committee's action.
Duly noted. Let's go on, shall we? Leslie?
Well, first of all, I just really, this is my point of view, really, I'm so glad that Cindy, you're here to join us. I am so excited you came out to White Wednesdays at the farmer's market. I hope we had music there that you liked, some good old white music. And I'm so glad you decided to join the council.
Well, Leslie, a lot of people make the assumption, my last name is Joglar. My name is Cindy Joglar. My family's from Cuba. The music wasn't, up my alley. It didn't have much rhythm. And like I said, it was a successful event, but the overcrowding in our streets, I'm proposing permits be required so that only residents can park in the neighborhood. And we need to figure out a whole other situation. It's just, I come home from work, I'm commuting.
Can I ask you an important question really quick, Cindy? Do people actually pronounce your name Jogler or,
all the time,
Joglar? Yeah.
All the time.
You said your ethnic origin is not Caucasian. I'm sorry, where was it again?
Cuban.
Well, Cuban. Yes, my family's from Cuba. I was
J
actually
is silent. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the J is pronounced like an H. It's in Spanish, so
Like
the J is a ha, ho, hoglar,
hoglar. Like it's that got a ha like sound.
Well, not too much, but a little bit. Yes, I mean there is Arabic influence in the Spanish language, so there is a little bit of the ha, but it's hoglar. And make sure you roll your R, please.
So I shouldn't say juggler because that I saw it. I was like, wow.
It's not juggler. That's not my last name. It's not juggler. It's hoglar.
We thought you were Caucasian.
Can we go around the circle and just pronounce her name?
Yeah.
Hoglar.
Properly, or the way that we think
properly, please.
Hoglar.
No.
I'll work on it.
So
Anybody else want to take a crack?
Sure.
Oh.
Cindy Hoglar, and I just want to say that I often work at a regional center, and there are so many resources out there: mental health, fitness, counseling, professional mediation for couples and for groups that are readily available. I'm just putting it out there. So.
And you gave me some information, some great links that day we were discussing over at the farmers market, and I appreciate that. I have a little bit of a problem when people don't pronounce my name right. I don't think it's
sorry.
Yeah.
Real quick, does anybody know where Carlos is? By the way, before we continue on with business, I
had a conversation with Carlos today, and Carlos is having some personal challenges, and let's just leave it at that. I'm respecting his privacy, but he will not be joining us today, and maybe he will be absent for a number of months.
Well, I'm supposed to get another escort.
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to hang out with him next weekend.
Well,
I should call him.
He won't be supplying you, Leslie, with men flesh, and I don't think you'll be going to these establishments that he runs, Gabe.
Why? What happened?
Oh, that's a bummer.
That is something that is between he and myself.
Can you just give us a hint or something?
I'm going to look it up on the internet.
All right.
Again, I'm going to text you guys the number for the regional center, the mental health services. It's completely free.
If
that's
Carlos
a
needs that.
I've been trying to reach out to these members, and it has been challenging to say the least.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Please.
There's some footage from a security camera that last seen Carlos and 3 dancers were shoved into a van.
Leslie, have you not heard anything about respect?
Could you send me that link really quick?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think I saw that. I saw that link.
Shame.
There's an ad.
Shame, madam. Have you no shame?
Or what?
I'm still waiting for the ad to clear. Gosh,
have both of you any shame? I asked you to please respect his privacy.
I don't know if
it's on the internet.
If it's on the internet, though, I think it's for game. I'm with Leslie and Gabe here.
It's grainy, but I don't know if it's him.
Okay.
They've already identified it. Well.
Oh, right. It's yeah. Oh,
The police have facial recognition technology.
Oh,
I
Wait a
think
minute.
And
One
the
of the-
regional center is open every day. Sundays are limited 10 to 2 p.m. But otherwise, just it's a walk-in basis, you guys. Walk-in. Everyone is welcome and should
you.
be welcome.
Send us the link. That'd be great.
let's hope that he partakes in those services. Hey,
Dave, does one of
yeah.
those dancers look like Tish?
you know, I that's what I originally thought, but I wasn't sure. Like I said, it's a little grainy. The light's kind of weird. You know what, guys? It looks like we're about out of time for today's meeting. So let's table all this. I know Cindy Jogler, you had some stuff that you want to talk about, something about parking enforcement or something. We'll
yes,
take
some
care of that.
permits. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Daisy. Daisy Chan, welcome, guys. Yeah. So let's just table all this. Take it up at the next meeting, if you guys don't mind.
Can we maybe set down some boundaries for this committee?
Sure, we'll put it in memo notes. How's that?
Yeah,
Leslie,
I'll
could
put
you
it
just
on
write-
the next meeting's agenda. Boundaries.
Indeed.
Oops, there's our time.
Oh,
All right, that's time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We'll adjourn this meeting for next time, but please bring up your concerns to our next council meeting. Until then, I'm just gonna log off. Wish you guys a great couple of days. All right,
Hold on.
thanks for coming.
You got it, Leslie.
Um,
It's hot today, huh?
Gabe, he's on the
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll be done soon. Like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that. Okay. Oh, okay, guys. Welcome back. How we doing? You know what? Let's open it up for something positive today before we start talking about agenda items.
that is a great idea, Gabe. I will start. Well, I had a really great groundbreaking meeting with my staff, and we decided that we actually would start the day on a note of positivity and say something we appreciate about another member of our group. So I'll start. I appreciate how the doctor is so self-aware and aware of other people's needs. And I think it was a great idea. He wanted to talk about boundaries during this meeting. So that's what I appreciate. And thank you for having me again.
If I might follow Daisy and say, I am grateful to you, Daisy, for also realizing that we can be more respectful of each other if we simply take the time to listen, observe, and act in a
Sorry, I
more-
missed what Daisy said. I was on the phone with my broker. I'm sorry, what was that?
I thought we should start on a positive note and say something we appreciate about one member in the group. And
I get.
I shared about
yeah,
the doctor.
I'm sorry. I totally heard that. Okay, good. Cool. Who wants to go next? Leslie, Cindy Jogler?
It's Hoglar. And I'd
Sorry.
like to say I appreciate that Leslie took the time to actually learn how to pronounce my last name and actually called me up several times during the last week to ensure that she had it down. And Leslie, I appreciate you for doing that.
Excellent.
Yes.
Latinx power.
Nice. I would like to say I'm grateful for the fact that Grace's HPV test came out negative. So I think she'll be back and she's going to bounce back like rather quickly. And we'll probably see her in the next couple of days. So I just, I lied. It wasn't my broker. It was Grace. So I'm just so happy because that just means I'm not positive. like I don't have it, or I didn't give it to her or whatever. I don't know how it's contracted or submissions, whatever. So I'm just grateful that she's on the mend from HPV. Thank you, Ruben, by the way, for referring her to that doctor. Yeah, she really appreciates it as well. Anybody else? We're good? All right. So where did we leave off, Leslie? It's been, I don't know how long. We were talking about the carnival. I don't know, street signs. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, well, we wanted to create boundaries.
Are these like neighborhood boundaries, like in terms of where we are not prefectures?
Personal boundaries, Gabe, personal.
For neighborhood boundaries is also a good idea, because we have a lot of people parking in different neighborhoods that, if they don't live there, if I live there, how am I supposed to park there? So some neighborhood boundaries, permit parking is something that I would really like this to see come to fruition through this committee.
I agree with you, but you know what? I'd like to pose this question to Ruben. Ruben, do you think it's really about parking, or do you think there's some subliminal issue that Cindy is going through? I think there's a deeper root to this problem, Ruben. I think you're the person that could perhaps get to the bottom as to why she's feeling this way about parking and her personal space. So maybe give it like a minute of your analysis, Ruben. That'd be great.
Well, I would love to, Gabe, but you just listen to her, right?
I think there's an underlying reason for this, and maybe you could help her now.
I drive an SUV and I need a parking spot when I get home. This is all it's about.
It's self-evident. There doesn't need any, and I don't need to do any kind of deep down finding out core issues. She's frustrated. She's a resident, and she has trouble finding parking. The solution: residential parking permits. Is that something that we could maybe today address, other than these wild offshoots that we tend to go on? And
wild offshoots. I'm just looking out for the mental benefit and spirituality of our members. And Ruben, since you're obviously the academic here, I was thinking maybe she's overcompensating by having a large vehicle. I mean, I didn't go to psychiatry school. You did. I don't know.
Neither here nor there, Gabe. It's just a simple request from this committee to look into residential parking permits.
I'm double parked right now. I may have to run out, and hopefully that parking enforcement doesn't come through here, because it's just insane. I just want to take my Range Rover up to Glendale at the Whole Foods corporate where I work and drive back home into Los Feliz and park. That's it.
Cindy?
Yes.
You know that one of the benefits of being on the neighborhood council is that we get parking passes. You could double park wherever you want. Do you want
parked in the handicap right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Grace never informed me of this, so I mean, if you can mail it to my home, I'll print it out. Whatever.
Do not go down that rabbit hole. You see, they are tempting you, and this is very, very inappropriate. One, Gabe has no sense of any kind of empathy. This is evident. Leslie,
I thought that this is Dr. Patient stuff.
Leslie is obviously an alcoholic. Now, if we want to get personal, let's get personal.
Fun.
She's fun because she's always drunk.
She is fun.
But this is not what you want to start to do, to start taking advantage and using what we're here.
I don't think it's taking advantage. I mean, I'm putting in the time in this committee, and I think that some sort of, I mean, I'm technically volunteering, so there is no compensation, right? And I mean, if I could get a good spot at the Trader Joe's, anything like that, that would actually make I'm really busy,
I will give you Ruben's all city parking pass, so that's fine. So don't worry about that. I'll take care of that.
Okay.
All in favor? Okay. Okay.
I second.
Settled.
And I have a question for the doctor. Maybe he could, because am I fun because I drink, or do I drink because I'm fun?
I think both.
I think she asked me, Gabe, if you were listening, she asked me that question, and yet you felt compelled to interrupt and interject what you thought was some clever drive.
It's just an easy question to answer, Ruben. But go ahead, please. You're the one who graduated from the medical school, the Caribbean.
I haven't had men fighting over me in like 30 years.
University of Bahamas, was it, Ruben? Go, please.
Daisy, please help me out here.
I want to talk about the benefits. So often when we see counseling, we think individual one-on-one, but there are many benefits to group counseling, and I'll just read them off. A sense of community,
Yes.
a sense of belonging,
Yes.
that there is a greater good. It takes a village, right? We're meant to be in relationship with other people. We are not an island, so we're never alone. And the list goes on and on. I just want to encourage you, at the Regional Center, we have group meetings from AA to NA to those who might have some more serious mental disruptions.
I would suggest, thank you, Daisy. I would suggest that we as a collective visit one of these meetings and collectively sit and discuss things. And that would be the appropriate place to do so, because it is obvious that we are bringing a lot of our baggage to these meetings. And this is not what these meetings are about.
You're right.
So,
Phil goes to these things all the time.
If we do anything today, anything, let's agree on a
to
day.
Disagree. Yeah.
No, listen, Gabe, listen. Let's agree to a day that we can, as a group, take advantage of these services that are being provided to the community.
All in favor, say aye.
Well, I'm confused.
All right, so let's go on to the next agenda item. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Daisy. And Cindy, the parking pass is in the mail. Leslie, what's on the agenda?
Can't focus here. It was about, so there is a class action suit being filed against the council for White Wednesdays.
Was that because of Ruben's hiring of?
No.
Was it vendors? Is that what? Well, he's still paying for that. And Ruben, actually, we're still waiting on some of the.
Listen, that is all being taken care of. That is all being taken care of. That is not what is at issue here.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't, because.
Did you not hear? I mean, I had an objection to this too. The fact that we labeled it White Wednesdays was just an invitation to lawsuits and other groups not represented to be upset with this. It's gone on, and I'm surprised that there hasn't been violence at these White Wednesdays.
Wait, it's not due to the white wine vendor that you have next to the pickle barrel? That's not why it's called White Wednesdays?
Oh no.
White wine?
Oh no. This Leslie, if you want to expound on this.
It was to welcome diversity into our neighborhoods, because look at us. We're all like different shades of brown.
All right.
Well,
So
Cindy's
we
white.
wanted to be inclusive.
No, Gabe, just a reminder, I'm Latin. My family's from Cuba.
Yeah, but you're Latin, like Latin, from Europe Latin, right? So that's considered Western Caucasian. Latin.
No, I'm Latin. We speak Spanish, and yeah.
Oh, you're that kind of Latin. So you speak Spanish and Latin. Okay.
It's Latin America, yes. Cuba is part of Latin America. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Leslie, sorry.
What?
Oh, White Wednesdays, right? White Wednesdays. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Diversity. The class action lawsuit is against. Was it Ruben or is it us? I don't know. Who is it against?
It's us. We. Us.
I think it's the prior members, correct? I just joined, so I'm not named in this. Am I right, Leslie?
Well, no. It's this organization, the Los Feliz the Los Angeles,
Glen
The
Angeles,
Glen Angeles Felizdale.
of
whatever.
which you and Daisy are now part of. So thank you for being a part of this class action lawsuit.
I didn't know that you had a White Wednesday.
It wasn't white wine. It was trying to be, in Leslie's words, trying to be more inclusive to invite white people. But what it turned out to be is that white people thought that anyone else was not invited. So this is where the trouble began. It became a white supremacist Wednesday, was another way of putting it.
And that's why it's so crowded with the cars
so
here.
weird,
There's just
too.
so many
Yeah.
cars out here. I mean, it's a successful turnout if we think about it. I mean,
Successful
we
in-
get people to come out. So
But
The revenues were really
other,
good.
there have been fights have been breaking out. There have been demonstrations. It
Yes,
has
that's
totally backfired. Its intent was totally backfired. And so now we have a lawsuit pending and we are responsible. What are we going to do about it?
Well, apparently we have to prove that we're not racists.
No, I think what we need to do is just do away with White Wednesdays altogether.
Yeah, but that kind of shows that we're racist if we're going to do away with a culturally or ethnic specific event, right? So we're going to do away with White Wednesdays. Wow, because we're not white. That's a horrible idea, Ruben.
That is very offensive, you guys.
Yeah, that
How
totally
did
is.
we all not see that this was a terrible idea?
Right, Ruben.
Again, you look back in the minutes, I objected, I had an objection, and once again, I was overruled. I don't know why the hell am I on this committee. Maybe it's just addressing so that because I have a doctor ahead of my name and that gives it some legitimacy. I don't know. I think I'm being taken advantage of. And I'm also getting very frustrated. Don't be making faces, Gabe.
Is this your professional opinion, Ruben? Nice.
What is wrong with you guys? I'm sorry, but you guys need serious help. I mean, I can't spell it out. What is?
Well, this is now. There's two people here who are being witness to this dysfunction. This dysfunction. I'll say it.
Potato, Ruben. I mean, again, I think we should agree to disagree because, not everybody sees everything the same exact way. So abolishing White Wednesdays to me just seems like we're trying to get rid of a particular ethnic.
Yeah, maybe we don't say abolish. Maybe we change the name to Welcoming Wednesdays. And if the same group comes, then the same group comes. But now the title's different, so it's not. We're welcoming. We're welcoming.
Somebody suggested like Ted Nugent Wednesdays. So it has like the same.
These are awful ideas. I can't believe you guys have existed for as long as you have.
I have to take some responsibility in that I've not been more forceful in calling out the particular neuroses that some of our members.
He likes to keep everything private, between.
I know, but obviously that falls on deaf ears. So I'll just have to say it. Gabe, you're a narcissistic sociopath.
Thank you.
Leslie, you're a racist alcoholic. I refuse to date Latino men, right?
No, I like men of color.
No, but you do not date men of your own race. Am I?
Oh my God.
You told me.
Leslie, I know a couple of guys I can fix you up with. Maybe we can go out in town. You're really fun. So
Are they Latino?
You could be my wing girl.
Yes. I have all sorts of friends. Yes.
Are they Latino?
Yes.
I can't. No.
She won't date them. Oh, look.
Parking enforcement's here. I gotta go.
Oh, I'll send you a link to the pass.
Yeah, we'll give you that pass, Cindy Juggler.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Well, let's not invite those two back.
Hoglar.
Hogwarts? I'm sorry, what?
Hoglar.
Are you reciting stuff out of Harry Potter? I don't know.
Do we have a town meeting coming up?
I guess so. All right. I'm going to adjourn this meeting. So for those of you guys who are still here, thank you for your time. and for your input. And let's again welcome Cindy Jogler and Daisy Chan, something like that. And Leslie, please put in notes that Ruben did not want to vote in favor of White Wednesdays, that he would rather suppress the idea of White Wednesdays. Please make it detailed that he's suppressing a particular culture. All right, we'll see everybody at the next town hall meeting. Thank you all for attending, and you have a great day. All right.
I want to be the first to say thank you to everyone for coming to this town hall. I know there's a lot of questions about what's going on at the farmers market and parking and pets in the neighborhood. So, you know, if you have any questions addressing those or anything else, we are here for you.
Fully listen.
I just want to take this time to apologize for my outburst. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. I lost my cool. I apologize.
Daisy?
To Gabe and Leslie,
Daisy?
and it won't happen again.
Daisy? The neighbors don't need to.
They don't need to know that, so yeah.
Oh, my bad. Well, sorry.
It's okay.
All right. Leslie, do we get it from Rachel, our town hall moderator? Yeah, if we have any questions, please present them. I'm here, I'm listening. Oh, yeah, so unfortunately, since the last meeting, she had a flare-up of the HPV, and so she's back at home rest, but she should be fine. Ruben's buddy, who's a gynecologist, said that she should be up and at him in about, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks. So it's not as serious as they thought it would be, but just to be safe, a good month just to get over it. But that's where she's at. We'll all wish her the best. Thank you for asking.
Might I interject, please? This is Gabe's version of the truth. The truth is Grace has broken up with Gabe. She no longer wants to.
She thought I gave her the HPV.
Obviously, you have no qualms about revealing other people's private lives. I'm going to take it upon myself to champion her and not let your lies color her. She broke up with Gabe.
Why?
Will you wait, Leslie, and I will let you know, because I know, and you can do your Twitter thing if you want, but she found out that Gabe was sleeping around. Infected her.
Yeah.
Has infected other women in the community. She, out of her own self-preservation and self-respect, broke up with him and vowed to never, ever work with him in any capacity. So right. These lies of him, she's recovering. No.
Oh no, she is. She has HPV. She has HPV.
Yes, she does. That you gave her.
Oh,
as long as he is on this committee, she will have nothing to do with this committee. So long as Gabe is a member. And I am going to also resign in protest of Gabe's handling of this committee. He has made it a shambles. A shambles.
All in favor, second that? I'm all good. Yeah.
Don't go away, doctor. If you go away, there'll be no sanity. It'll be insanity. It'll literally
2-1.
Don't go.
Thank you for your services, Ruben. But let's finish this.
You're not gonna get rid of me that easy, Gabe. You're so slick. You're like an oiled seal.
Well-oiled machine. Thank you.
Well, right. That's not what Grace told me. She said you're a terrible lover. That you're selfish and that you ejaculate quickly is what she told me in
The
confidence.
doctor is scaring me.
Multiple times. Thank you.
Yes, all over the sheets in the room. Okay, you want honesty. You want to be out. You're a horrible person and a terrible lover. That's it. She told me that in confidence. Yes, I have broken every rule of patient confidentiality.
Wow.
I don't care anymore.
Your language is so heightened.
So what's the next question, Rachel?
There you go. You see. I mean, he's totally incapable of any kind of inward looking, any insight. You are a walking classic case of what would soon be a psycho serial killer.
Is that a new shirt, Daisy? I like it. Favorite
Oh
daughter.
my God, don't look at my shirt.
Well, it says favorite daughter.
Doctor, you really think that Gabe exhibits those personality traits?
Yes. Tell him about the puppies that you killed as a child, Gabe.
As a child?
He actually did help shoot some of the ones in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, because again, we all voted for that. Yeah, you know, I'm an open book, which is totally fine. Please, constituents, just feel free to email me. Email Ruben. I'm giving him. But yeah, we really need to get these questions up and going.
Can I just say, I think that Gabe's been appropriate this meeting. It's the doctor that's been bringing up these topics, this meeting and this language. And Gabe has done a lot for this community. He fixed parking tickets for people in this community. He made it so that people can park where they need to park because they live there. And you know what, the history you have shouldn't be put on display here, doctor. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Might I say that we are a product of our community and our environment. And Dr. Rubin sounded completely coherent and sound of mind when I first met him. And you guys look what you did. Look, this is your fault. Your fault.
I only joined recently, so
let's just expedite this. Yeah, expedite it. All in favor of I don't know, going on to the next topic. I think we're there. That's 3-2. All right, let's.
You guys make all things bad. You turn things bad. I cannot stand by and be witness to this.
You have another question?
Yeah, I think we have another question. We'll table Daisy and Ruben's concerns and issues. But Rachel, is there another question?
Well, Longshanks wants to know, did Gabe shoot their dog?
Whose dog? My dog? Or
no, Longshanks' dog.
Oh, I'm not sure. There was I don't know, there's like 15 dogs that I took aim at. So unless they're a little bit more detailed, I couldn't say yes or no. But I was basically under the tutelage and the permission of the council. So if I did
Longshanks have a collar on his dog? Because if it looked like a stray, Gabe was doing a service to the community. If the dog wasn't chipped, I mean, if you're not taking care of the animal, it's neglected anyhow. So Longshanks, I think that's on you. Please next time ensure that your pet has a collar or something that properly identifies that it has an owner. I don't like it when people don't take responsibility for their own actions and
animal abuse.
Yes, and if you're neglecting the animal and now you're mad at Gabe for helping the community, no.
Yeah, thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. And if any financial compensation that might need to go out to you, Longshank, please address that to Dr. Rubin, because he's taking care of some other fraudulent items that he's paying back to the council. So thank you. Rachel, any other questions?
Yes. How does one go about getting one of those parking passes that Gabe mentioned?
Oh, great question.
Don't do it, because you will be indebted to Satan himself if you get a parking pass. Don't do it.
There's a lot of people there's a lot of people that find that offensive, I think, to bring in.
Oh, that's
religion.
Calling the pot calling the kettle black, okay? By the way, before I joined this council, I had a full head of hair, and now it's coming out in clumps in the shower.
Doctor, can you help her with that? Is that something?
She's racist and she's bringing in religion, right?
I'm a doctor of psychiatry.
Or can you refer her to someone for the hair loss? I mean, or maybe mental illness can cause hair loss.
I would recommend
up here in
for
the
her
head.
own sanity and state of health that you, as I am going to do, this will be my last meeting. I am not going to partake in this farce.
That's a shame.
Longer.
Just to answer the question, just shoot us an email and we'll take care of that parking.
I'm concerned for your soul. I'm concerned for your soul.
Religion again in a
no. When I talk about soul, it has nothing to do with religion. Soul meaning your moral compass, which is being compromised by this man.
Wow.
Or do you mean soul like that je ne sais quoi that that Michael Jackson or Bill Withers had?
Yeah, like R&B singers, because I love that kind of music.
Love Bill Withers.
Soul food. Yeah.
That kind of soul?
No, I'm talking about her character. She came to this meeting a concerned community member, and now she is taking bribes. I'll just say it.
Who, Daisy is?
Oh.
Daisy's not even part of the community. She said.
Indeed.
Bribes.
Bribes.
Bribes. I have not taken any bribe. And
None.
you can go through my financials, talk to my accountant. And, you know, Cindy, when you got us those drinks comped at that really good restaurant the other night, you know, that's
a perk.
just the neighborhood being friendly to us, correct?
Yeah. So,
Anyway,
yeah.
as I said, this will be my last meeting. I will stay to the end, but my heart is heavy. I tried my best to help you, Gabe. Obviously.
You should see somebody for that, Ruben. There's like services for you to like.
I would like to
an analyst or something.
I would like to recommend a friend who does regressive therapy and maybe take you back, not in this life, because this life, I think
I believe in resurrection. Cindy, do you? Because you know, I'm kind of looking into like Eastern religions and resurrection. So, yeah, please, I would love to learn more about past lives and stuff like that. But again, that's not the issue of our town hall meeting. Right?
That's not the issue.
Yeah, is there another question?
Yeah, let's go on to another question. Thank you, Gabe. Ruben, sorry. Rochelle, is there anything there out for us? I don't know.
We want to know, what are you going to do to combat the HPV epidemic Gabe started?
Oh,
I'm
well, we
thinking
had some
medication.
vaccination vans.
Yeah. I'm gonna get vaccinated for that.
Mobile clinics, mobile vaccination clinics.
Yeah, we're looking into that.
Mhm.
Thank you. That was a great question. So that hopefully we answered that.
Yes, but did you hear what is it that you started? You're patient one, Gabe.
Right, and I got vaccinated, and I
Yes,
recommend people
after you
get
spread it
vaccinated.
from Grace to who knows who to and
But are we dwelling in the past? He's responsible now. He took the vaccine now.
Although remember, Ruben did talk about past lives, but this is not the place for that. Okay, Rachel, another question, please, from our constituents.
I'm afraid that's all our constituents have for the moment.
Yeah, I'm surprised we have. I'm surprised we have any constituents, citing the track record of this committee. I am shocked.
Doctor, would you feel more comfortable leaving early?
Yeah, Ruben, do you need a moment? Like, I don't know, like a self timeout or something? I don't know.
No, I'll log off now if that's. But
Wait,
only if you want.
Will we need a quorum though if he's missing? I mean, how would we vote on things?
I doubt that anything will be voted out of any substance today, because it hasn't happened in the past 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meetings. The only things that we have, and they haven't been majorities, but the only things that we have voted on are things that have just blown up in this committee's face. So
yeah, we don't do votes on town hall meeting days.
Yeah,
got it. I'm new to the process, so I wasn't sure. Thank you, Leslie.
I think the community has heard from us. They're probably fed up, and I think I would invite all of you to follow my suit, step down, resign, and let new blood come into this committee.
Ooh,
So
that sounds very religious.
Yeah, and also we can't vote on that, so that's hard.
No, I'm not asking you to vote. I'm asking you to act. Step down, Gabe. Step down, Leslie. Cindy, you've been here a short time, but step down. Easy for your own mental health. Step down. I'm doing the same.
Leslie, we should have a mental health day for the community. That's a good point that Ruben brings up. So maybe like it'd be a
Hello.
mental Fridays, mental Mondays would be great.
Mental Mondays that I mentioned having, you know what? Not one, 2 ulcers. I have 2 ulcers because of you.
Then you would benefit from mental Mondays. I say we put that in the next agenda, mental Mondays.
Mental Mondays with Merlot.
With Merlot.
Oh, that would make it fun.
I quit. You are all crazy. You're terrible people. I'm sorry.
Doctor, I don't think we should be calling that.
Yeah. That's inappropriate to call people crazy.
Crazy.
Day and age,
like what is normal or not crazy?
Right.
I mean, should we really label?
It's a spectrum.
No. I will sign off now. I wish you all well. You have my number.
Ruben, all right, we'll see you next time.
If when Leslie, when you sober up, and Gabe, I don't know.
We're still on for golf next
Cindy,
Thursday, all right?
No, we're not. Cindy,
Okay.
my daughter
We'll
is.
reschedule it.
Please seek help, get help. That's all I can say at this time.
Okay, I'll
thank
call
you,
you.
doctor.
We'll reschedule the golf thing sometime. Okay.
May God bless.
Okay, so we'll meet in 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you guys want. Cindy, is there anything you need? I mean, that we could give you? I mean, we could also give you I don't know. We have like this coupon book for all of the restaurants in the neighborhood that just gives out free stuff to committee
should meet at a
members.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Why don't we hold our next meeting at a restaurant? I'm
Oh my God. Yeah. There's
all
this
for
new place
that.
that opened in Los Feliz. That's like a 4-star. And yeah. And because we're committee members, I think we get our meals comped, right, Leslie? Because it's a new place. And that's like kind
When
of
they're new. Yeah. Every
Right.
new.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh, that's great. I think we should. Yeah, this has been really productive. I think everybody in our constituency watching this, thank you for joining us again. Please reach out if you need that parking pass. Leslie single, right? Leslie, that's okay to say, right? Because you're still looking for a partner. And Cindy, if you need anything, just ask. Yeah, that's why we're
Yeah,
here.
I just want to say that I love this committee, and I love having this position and title here, and I love you both. I just wanted to put that out there, put it on the record.
Wow, that's great. I guess sadly we're out of time. We'll just continue this Zoom on our own, right, guys? Outside of this committee. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And one last thing, as always, please, what do you call it? Support your local businesses, your local groups, especially. There's this new theater that just opened in our area, the Outside In Theater. Yeah. So please look at their website, Outside In. They're an amazing group of people. And don't worry, Ruben and Daisy are not part of that particular organization.
And we get free tickets for that?
Oh, I don't know about that, but definitely have our constituents go and support them. And what's that other group called?
Cold Tofu. I thought they were a restaurant, but it's really.
I thought so too. No, it's another arts group. Yeah, so check them out.
They're educational as well.
They're great. Outsidin.com, I believe, and coldtofu.com. So definitely
actually, it's outsidin.org.
Oh, .org. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe we can work out some deal with them, and maybe with coldtofu.com as well. So check those guys out. Yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. Cindy, Leslie, always. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm gonna have a drink right now if you guys want to join me in person.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I'll drive there because there's parking there, right?
Park anywhere.
Yeah.
Park in city hydrants.
Sounds great.
We're city council.
Awesome.
All right.
Cool.
All right, guys. Thank
See ya.
you. We'll see you guys soon in like 5 minutes. All right. Bye.